Well, boys and girls, 16-year-old me would be ecstatic and proud of myself. I should not be allowed to be on Facebook Marketplace or have access to adult money. So, scored this old Mustang Dyno here off the old Facebook Marketplace. Picked it up for too good of a deal to pass up. Always wanted one. As you guys know, I dabble around in trying to play with sub 600 horsepower 6.4s, doing some things with some 6.0s. Nothing cool, nothing like Greg A or Firepunk or Milliken, any of them guys, but we're still dabbling around, trying to keep the diesel motorsports alive. Pick that girl up. It's got supposedly everything needed to make it run. It was bought actually by another diesel company. They do a lot of stuff locally here, and I don't think they didn't advertise it as them selling it, and kind of had to pry it out of them who they were. So not going to name drop them, just out of respect, because I don't know if they want people to know their business anyway. But it's got this old computer that seems to have everything in it. Had to get creative bringing it off the trailer last night, so didn't want it sitting out in the weather. It's got probably like a Windows 92 software on it. Seems to have all the stuff needed to make it run. Wires are a little messed up, but I actually got some really good friends that are electrical gurus. I got a buddy that's like an LS genius and does all his own wiring harnesses. Whenever I have wiring issues at the shop, I actually just call him. I learned to quit messing with it and knowing when to call. Same with having a machinist buddy. When you mess something up, you know when to throw in the towel. But it seems like we have everything, and even if not, I did find a couple companies that will make a retro kit for a considerable price. Mustang themselves, I called, and so if you're seeing this Mustang, your guys' support or sales team could really use some help. Called, trying just to find out some information off this dyno, and they were less than helpful. Kept telling me I could find all the information I need on the interweb, which is kind of true, but I needed a model number. Gave them the long stamped out model number that's on here, and he told me that was useless, and gave me the serial number. Finally got it. Told me there's a retro kit. Wouldn't tell me how much it was. Told me to go online and look, which $15,000 just for a new electronics package, which personally I think is absurd, but is what it is. So found a company in Poland, Perek, however you pronounce that. They make a kit that will make it run smart, Bluetooth, all that. So even if this does work, that's probably what we're gonna do. But so as you can see, this is on my 24, 26 foot. I don't remember how long this is trailer. So that's, I think we measured it about 15-ish feet long. Weighs 5,000 or 6,000 pounds. It's pretty damn heavy. So my original plan was we were going to just stick it in the shop, leave it as an above dyno, and I would basically put a pallet jack or something under it and move it as needed. But considering how big it is, I'm not going to deal with that. That's just way too large for what it is. So now the new plan is I'm going to make it a mobile dyno. Not that I'm going to do mobile dynoing, but put it onto a trailer, sink it down in so I can actually move it around, pull it out of the shop, and do what I need to do. If I have to go find like an open field somewhere to get away from the neighborhood so they don't get upset, we'll look at that. So anyway, once we get a little further on this, I want to continue to post some videos and some updates and bring you guys along. Probably see a trailer build on it, and we'll get it using and kind of play around with it. It's probably cheaper just to rent a dyno. Like the Edge Products facility is 2 blocks from my shop. Beam and Builds is local. They got a mobile dyno. There's a couple really close to me that I could, I'm sure, rent dyno space, industrial injections, an hour away. So probably would have been cheaper than buying a retrofit in a dyno, but always wanted one. Had some money. seen it pop up and said, okay, I got the money. I wanted one. Funny fact, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same one I tried to buy about a year and a half ago when it was installed in a shop. Him-hawed around like I usually do. Either I'm an impulse buyer or I wait too long and then I get mad that I didn't buy it. But came back up, figured if it comes back up, I can't let it pass. And the price was right that I couldn't pass it up. So I'll stitch a little video at the end of this showing just how big it was. Picked it up out of a storage container. Looked at it, thought it was a little big, but didn't think it was that big until we pulled it out. It was all their forklift could do to pick the thing up. So once my skid steer gets back from being repaired and my forklift, probably have to tag team to get it out. But I'll show you guys the clip of basically picking this girl up, and then that'll be it for this video. And once we get around to improving it and getting it in, we will bring you along for that ride too. So stay tuned.